since 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Fenix.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to Cabo, Mexico. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. I don't think we've flown VOLARIS before. We got Scott and we got Raph in the house. Look at those beautiful mountains in the background. Why don't we fly international more often, Simple? So we got Scott and Raph in the house. Raph says, God, bro, I want to fly. Yeah, that was so random what happened to your sim. Doing a full reinstall of my Windows and PC. Oh boy. I've been there too many times. I have been there too many times. All my games are unplayable right now since Saturday. I haven't been able to find a fix. Damn, bro. I hope I think full reinstall on your Windows would fix it. Wait, do you mean like formatting your PC? Is that what you're doing? Because if you do that, I'm pretty sure it's gonna fix it, but it's a lot of work. I've done that what feels like too many times now. But yeah, welcome down to Mexico, guys. Welcome to Statui's hometown, Cabo. We're gonna make our way over to Mexico City for the first time ever. I think I've never even flown into Mexico City offline, like on my own, let alone on stream. So it should be a fun one. It should be a fun one. Let me go ahead and pause the music now and turn up the sounds of the sim. Welcome down to Mexico. And I know there's new VATSIM procedures for CTAF, Common Traffic Advisory Frequency, and they're not using Unicom at uncontrolled airfields anymore. And controlled airfields where ATC goes offline, that also requires the use of CTAF, but I have no idea what, like for example, Cabo, it's a controlled airport, right? So once when there's no ATC, what would be the CTAF? Because it's not on the charts. So that's one question I have. I'm just gonna roll with 122.8 for now, and hopefully we can find our way around it. Let's hop in the pit, guys. I am on VATSIM. Okay, let's fly. Let us fly. So it's an early morning departure. I set the time nice and early. It's like 6:45 right now in the morning. Let's go ahead and request boarding from GSX. Why not? Let's do that before we're even lit up here. Why not? Let's get our CVR test. Check. All right. That looks gorgeous. Let me take a screenshot real quick before I do anything else. Looks beautiful. As the sun comes up. Waiting for your action. Open aft cargo. I thought you do that already. It's weird how it tells me to do it, but it does it itself. Tell you what, let's no stairs, sorry. Forward, aft cargo, we'll open all that stuff. We got Gary in the house. Welcome, Gary. We're good till 20th of March. Can you guys believe it's already almost March? Or not almost, it's already March? That's crazy. It was 13 degrees in Toronto today. I was like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm not used to that. Loving the warm weather making a comeback. We're VOLARIS 305 from MMSD Mike Sierra Delta, that's Cabo to Mike X-Ray Mexico City. Let's go ahead and request over here. And then let's come get our OFP. So 5 on the cost index, 370, and ISA is +8. 370 and -42. Align our IRS is on reference and request the winds. Now, one thing I wanted to double check is whether this function for the McDo works again. It was broken in the previous build. If you go to weather request, so if I go Mike Sierra Delta and go to METAR, yes, send, return over here. Let's see if it's still broken. I forgot to check that last stream. Oh, there you go. It works now. It works again. Beautiful. So 130 at 11. We're expecting runway 16 for departure. So that slight crosswind component from the left. Good visibility. Few clouds, 25,000 feet. 24 degrees. I'm so jealous. 299er2. So altimeter 299er2. I wonder if they go by HPA or inches of mercury in hectopascals or inches of mercury down in Mexico. I wonder that. Okay, so that's good over there. Let's get the brightness down a little bit for the FO. He'll appreciate that. He'll appreciate it. So I'm expecting a departure off runway 16. Iliga 1 Alpha to Iliga. And then for my arrival down to Mexico City, Darren 2 Bravo to 2 tree left. Darren. All right, Novaya, insert. Let's see how that looks. Put the constraints on. All right, so it's gonna be a left turnout. Let's compare that to our charts here. Let me get my 10.9 and departure chart is going to be on the Iliga 1 Alpha, which says off runway RNAV 16, departure is good. Distance requires minimum climb gradient for the Iliga 1 Alpha. It's 360 per nautical mile until crossing 2,000 feet. So at our speed of around 150 to 200 on takeoff, it's like 1,200 feet a minute. We should be good on the climb there. Iliga 1 Alpha off 16 to Iliga. It's going to be basically up to 1,500 feet or above, max 230. Then we're going to make a left turn to intercept course 115 to Sierra Delta 505 at or below 7,000 feet. Then letter, then 14. So straight left to SD 505, straight left to SD 505, course 115, beautiful, under 7,000, and then Sierra Delta 506, 200 or higher, Sierra Delta 506, good, 200 or higher, to Iliga, good. And now I'm gonna go to my arrival here. Actually, what was the top altitude real quick? So transition altitude is 18.5. Interesting. So Mexico's 500 feet more here than North America. I'm gonna put 7,000 since there's no prescribed top altitude on the SID. I'm gonna go 7,000 because I want to be at 7,000 or lower, so I don't want to forget that. 7,000 or lower for that waypoint. Good. Now in terms of our arrival, let's go here. Not MMMA, that's our alternate. Acapulco, is it? Acapulco, I can never say that right. Acapulco. Acapulco. We're going to be on the Darren to Bravo. That's going to bring us from Darren, basically from the northwest of the field. We're going to come down via all these restrictions, and there's some mountains about 11,000 feet on our way. And we're basically going to do this RNAV/DME arc thing over here, and 16,000 feet for there. It's going to hit IAF initial approach fix of Eston at 10,000 or above, max 190. So let's see, do we have an approach straight for 2-3 from Eston? You got the ILS Yankee for 2-3 left. That's not the one I want. That one requires you to, well, you can vector yourselves, but we're not going to use that one. We want to fix it from the IAF. That's 5, right? ILS DME, it's not going to be that one either. ILS Zulu, there we go. Eston. So we can fix it from Eston, basically straight in after that arc thing. Whoops, not that one. ILS 0, runway 23 left. So that should look good. Roughly looking at our flight plan just to see everything is there. No discons or anything crazy. Look at that. Looking good. So MX 403, MX 623, and then Eston, I guess. Cesta, then Eston. MX 402, center fix. Okay, so basically Eston for 10,000, is it? Yeah, 10,000. We got an airport elevation of 7,300 feet. So we got to make sure we keep our airspeed on final, because you're not going to get that back if you lose it at that altitude. It's a pretty high density altitude there. So that's one threat. Let's see what's going on outside. Why are my thrust reversers out? Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully when we start the engines that goes away. This one is closed, so it's just my right thrust reverser. Interesting. Well, maybe because your reversers are out. Duh. Now the hydraulics are off. Everything's off, so I don't think that's going to affect anything. Yeah, so that's going to stay like that for now. I'm not gonna turn on the hydraulic pump for that. Actually, I'm not even sure which system our reversers are on. If I go to hydraulics, yeah, I don't know where the reversers are, on green or green, blue, or yellow system. All right, that's fine. That should. Hold on, if I go yellow electric pump, I wonder if it's on that. So I hear the pump going. If I stow it, look at that, it fixed it. So it was on the yellow system. Hey! Alright, thrust reversers back in. Good. Turn that bad boy off. Let's get init B in the house, aka our mass and balance. We're gonna come over here. I'm expecting, why are you in kilograms? Come over here, go to feet, inches, and pounds. Good. And here, mass and balance. We need 17,400 of fuel and 150 packs on board. Let's take a little bit more. We'll take like 18.8. Apply load aircraft. We'll go instant. Aircraft loaded. And above our max landing weight, that's checked. Let's just make sure that matches our OFP. So we got 150 passengers, 17.4 on the fuel. Good. So we're gonna send all this bad stuff, all this stuff to McDo. Should go there by itself. Good. Now the fuel we still need to do, I believe, ourselves, right? So if I go to here, the breakdown of the fuel, I need 3.5 alternate, 2.5 final reserves, 2.5 on the FinRes, and how much on the alternate or contingency? 1.5, and taxi 0.5. So 1.5. Taxi 0.5, good. 128.5 and 30.1. Good, that is good to go. Let's go perf. Departure off runway 16, it's dry. Force toga no, packs on, sync load sheet. $42, $42, $45, 2 down, 0.1, 1390. And how do we send that to McDo? There we go. So if I go to perf, should all be there, beautiful. That really saves us some time. Now, in terms of Unicom, like I said, I'm not sure how it works. There's, I don't know what the CTAF frequency is for MMSD. So I'm going to try Unicom for now, 122.8. Or as they call it now, I believe it's VATSIM Global CTAF, something like that. All right, let's clear the company message. Accept that load sheet, and it wants you to look at all of them so it goes away. Alright, let's start the, so we'll go reset position on whatever GSX is doing, and we're going to go APU. So fuel pump's going on, seatbelt signs on, APU master switch, and let's go ahead and start the APU. Oh, beacon light on as well, turn this off, ground control. Here's the beautiful sunrise, looking good. And we're gonna push back nose to the left for runway 16. Nose to the left. Alright, APU should say avail pretty soon. Good. We can turn external power off. And we'll go APU bleed on. Ground services and close all our doors, chocks and cones, GPU. Parking brake set, and we'll squawk 2000 for now. Turn that on. Good. Let's get out of here. All right, nose to the left.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
And don't mind these weird texture things. It's DirectX 12, unfortunately. Nothing we can do about that.
Departure checks complete. Bypass success.
Cabo traffic, VOLARIS 305 is pushing back, nose facing north from gate 2, Cabo.
Looking gear. Release parking brake, please.
Parking brakes off.
Commencing push. On engine gear. Start at wheel.
Alright, engine number 1. Sounds of those IAs, oh baby. Again, if you're wondering why this looks kind of weird, it's the DirectX 12. Hopefully they'll fix that. Alright, engine number 2.
And released as shown. It must be fastened whenever we recommend you keep it fastened.
Please set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Pull a mask.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Hold the mask in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take a life jacket from under your seat. Remove from the pouch and put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and click together. Pull the strap to adjust. Do not
We got the cabin announcements going from Block 2 update.
inflate it by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs toggling, blow into the key.
Let's turn our block time on.
Tow track disconnected.
Alright,
Bypass pin removed.
there's the bus transfer. We got Avail. Let's go here. Turn off APU bleed and APU. Good. And what was our trim? 2 down 0.1. So let's go flight controls. Pitch trim down 0.1. Flaps going to 2. And I got a 9,800 foot runway at 381 elevation, so good to go. Let's go ahead and turn that on. Good. Max. Ground spoilers armed. Alright, see ya. There she goes with the bypass pin. Let's do a flight control test. Full left, neutral observed. Full right, neutral observed. Full aft. Forward. Rudders. Full right, full left, flight control test complete. Alright, let's go taxi lights. Cabo traffic, Volaris 305, taxiing runway 16 via Alpha, Cabo. Can hop on Alpha from right here actually. Clear on the left and clear on the right. Oh, I hate this texture thing. It's so ugly. Damn you, DirectX 12. There we go. A little bit out of sight for the taxiway now. Alright, this one is going to be Echo. We're going to line up and wait at Alpha there. So winds are 150 at 13 now. Altimeter 299 at 3. 299 at 3 set 3 times. Alright, illegal 1 Alpha, departure to the southeast. Final looks clear. There goes the cabin. Hello.
The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
Thank you. Alright, cabin secure. Cabo traffic, Volaris 305, departing runway 16, illegal 1 Alpha, departure to the southeast, Cabo. Alright, final looks clear. do a quick screenshot from outside. Oh, with the terrain in the background like that. Oh, baby. Yes, sir. Alright guys, let's go. Alright, 1.05 engine pressure ratio is what you want to stabilize it. 1.05 stable. Set takeoff thrust. Manflex 59 SRS. Auto thrust blue. Takeoff thrust set. Hundred knots. Check. V1 rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. See ya. Nav check. Flaps 1. Speed check. Flaps 1. Thrust climb, auto thrust. Cabo traffic, VOLARIS 305 departed runway 16, illegal 1 Alpha departure to the southeast, climbing out of 1600, last call, Cabo. Flaps up. Left turn. Alright. I'm gonna put the autopilot on because I want to enjoy the scenery right now. Oh baby. So max 230, we made the turn, now we can continue climbing. Cabo, we'll see ya. We out. I remember we want to be at 7,000 or lower for Sierra Delta 505. Here come the cabin announcements. We accept all major credit and debit cards. Alright, let's level off. 7,000. Now, passing this in 1 mile, we can go up to 14,000. There we go. Climbing 14,000 or lower by letter. Oh, those engines sound good. They sound good. Let's get our VORs on. Beautiful. Cabin altitude 2,550 feet and climbing. 3.1 on the Delta P. And 500 feet a minute. Pressurization check complete. Here comes 10,000. We're gonna go landing lights off, seatbelt signs off, and we'll ding the cabin. Beautiful departure. Smash the like button for that departure, guys. The terrain is pretty beautiful coming out of Cabo. We should be over land by a little after illegal. So 200 now we can go up to. Or higher, so we can go all the way up to 370 our cruising altitude actually. 370 blue. Pretty much done with the sit chart now. We're gonna go all the way to Iliga. So why don't we go over here, oops, and go to Mexico City, open up our arrival. So I want to be between 25 and 28 by Darren. So we'll split it. We'll say 27 for Darren for descent planning purposes. So 10,000 feet to loose from 37 to 27 for Darren. It's going to be 10 times 3, 30. We'll call it 33 out from Darren. We'll start our descent. There is my descent ring. Let's see if it's there. There's my descent ring, beautiful. What else can we do? Let's do a extended runway centerline as well. So I know I'm going to do the ILS Zulu runway 23 left, 109.7235. So the radial in would be 065. Sorry. 055. 055. That's what it is, 055. So let's come over here. And what runway? 23 left. So now we got a 5 mile and a 10 mile ring. And we got an extended runway center line there. Let's just double check it. And transition altitude now. Let's go standard, standard, standard. Looking good. That's what we like to see. A nice extended runway center line there. And we got the 10 mile and 5 mile out. That looks good to moi. And I'll get some preliminary weather info to put in the box. Why not? So as of half an hour ago, winds are 200 at 10 knots. at 10, 26, 30, 12, no significant precipitation, but we got a little bit of pressure rising, but we also have haze and smoke. So when I looked on SimBrief around Mexico City, apparently there is a active volcano alert. So there's a notice for that. Active volcano, so that's probably what the haze and the fumes are from. So anyways, hopefully it won't be a factor. 2.6 and the temperature 30.12. Guys, imagine Fenix has modeled like engine damage as a result of ingestion of volcanic ash. That one would really catch us off guard. 30.12. 30.12, looking good. And our ILS, look at that, 75.12. Good thing we're not in the 773. We'd have to spin that knob forever on the EFIS. Good thing we can just type it out. So 7,512 feet. That looks good. And we're estimating 8.2 EFOB, so 6 less. Well, we'll call it 7,000 less than this, which is 137.6 for a gross weight landing. .6, low auto brakes, and it's got the latest information. We'll go max reverse. Now, look at that, we have 13,400 feet now. Remember, it's a high elevation airport, but still, we only need 8,400, so auto brakes low would do the trick. So I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it on the arrival chart from now on. That's what I'll need coming up. Let's cruise. We be cruising. I'll be right back. Back with you. Alright, since I'm in a cruise right now, and it's super sunny out there, aka there's a light in my face. Let's go ahead and throw the shades on. There we go. I'm going to up the cost index a little bit. We'll see how that works. works out for us. Speed up a little bit. Oh yeah, I forgot to update the ticker for March. There we go. Looking good. We are currently doing about 521 ground speed. We got a pretty decent 80 knot tailwind, or probably like a 65, 60 knot tailwind component, pushing us towards Mexico City, so that's good. Ground speed 521, we'll take that. I can even up my cost index to 50. VOLARIS CEO is going to be mad at us, but or the chief pilot's gonna be like, why are you wasting so much gas? But it's okay. And we got 700 feet to go till cruising altitude. Alright, Outstar. Out cruise. Can you move the seat up or down? That's the height adjustment, right? Oh yeah, you can. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. We got a company message. So it wants no ADC required. Okay, good. Even though we were so late because we put the time back in the SID. Let's get a little GoPro view going. Yo, Owls, what's going on, buddy? Welcome, Owls. Hope you had a great Monday. Welcome, welcome, sir. Haven't been to Mexico City before. Going good yourself? I am fantastic, Mr. Owls. Thanks for checking in, dude. Loving the IAE engine sounds. They sound so good. I still only have literally 2 landings to my name in the Block 2. So I'm gonna need some more practice probably with the Fenix. Loving it too, nice. Have you got the greaser yet? I think the last stream I saw for you was going into, what was it, New Zealand? I think you went to Queenstown. I can't remember if that was with the Block 2 or not. Landing great with the Block 2, nice. Oh, that was Block 2? Okay, nice. Yeah, that's such a beautiful approach in New Zealand, man. Queenstown. Let's see, on VATSIM, we got 3 people departing Mexico City. So, and we have no ATC, so pretty quiet day. Pretty quiet. That's the only thing about flying outside of US/Canada. In evening times, you're not gonna have ATC that much anywhere else. Europe, everybody's sleeping. Mexico doesn't have that much ATC off like that often anyway. But we're gonna come over land soon. I feel like I should do my tie a little bit tighter than that. There we go. Yeah, I think we got new weather information as of 7:38. So yeah, this is like literally from 2 minutes ago. 200 at 10, 24, 30, 15. Oops. A little bit cooler now, and 30, 15 on the altimeters. 30, 15, 24, 200 at 10, good. Let me just get some water. I'll be right back. Back with you. I'm going to make that left turn tracking 090 in about 10 miles. We're starting to fly over land now. Let me take a little screenshot here while I can. Beautiful. There we go, tracking eastbound now. Alright, so we know it's going to be auto brakes low for the arrival. I can go ahead and select that now actually. Still a while to go though. I like this pattern thing on the tail. That's my favorite feature of this VOLARIS livery. A little bit of shaking going on, turbulence. As we're going over terrain, there's some turbulence. Ladies and gentlemen, keep your seatbelt signs. Keep your seatbelts on, actually. There we go. That looks like a nice little screenshot as well. Don't mind if I do. Snip. Scott says, where are you at, Cap? We're looking at about 200 miles till top of descent. Just flying inland. Let me see where we are on the map here. So we departed MMSD, made our way over the water, and we're over here now. We got one departure and one arrival in Mexico City currently. So we're sitting right there. I'm gonna set this as my new wing view actually. That looks pretty good. So yeah, as I said, I don't know what the CTAF frequency would be for Mexico City. So I'm just gonna roll with 122.8 unless I see something on vPilot or somebody tells me otherwise. Obviously, I know the uncontrolled airports, they have actual CTAF frequencies on the Navigraph charts for them, so that's a bit different. Capture this beautiful terrain here in Mexico. Screenshot. Is that our shadow? No way. Or is that a piece of dirt on the window? Never mind. I can't tell. I think it's a piece of dirt. So we don't need, I don't think we need the new weather. We already got the latest weather. All systems are a go. Pegate. Beautiful scenery so far on this flight. My favorite part of today's flight has been the scenery, just looking out at the photogram. let's make a PAX announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking on behalf of VOLARIS and your first officer and cabin crew. I'd like to thank you for joining us on this service to Mexico City. We'll be arriving in Mexico City in about 40 minutes, and we'll be starting our descent towards Mexico in about 10 minutes. So if there's any last minute business you have to take care of, now is the right time to do it. Otherwise, we ask that you remain seated for the remainder of the flight and follow the cabin crew's instructions at all times. In a short while, the cabin crew will come around to make sure your seat belts are secured and your tray table stowed and your seats in the most upright position. We ask that you remain seated for the remainder of the flight, and if there's anything we can do to make your flight more enjoyable, don't hesitate to ask. If Mexico City is home, welcome home in advance. Otherwise, we wish you a safe transit after this. Cabin crew, please prepare the cabin for arrival. Thank you. All right. So we aim to be 250 between 25 and 28 by Deran. We got a minimum safe altitude of 19,400 from the direction we're coming. That's because there's a big peak over here. 15,000 foot peak. So 19.4 is the MSA from our direction. I'm gonna hit the lab, I'll be right back, and then we'll be good for the descent. Be right back. Alright, back with you. I'm going to select 250. And we'll let this tune play out, and then we'll pause the tunes for the arrival. Again, this is the very first time I'm coming into Mexico City. Never flown into Mexico City on or off stream. Alright, music's paused. Let's make sure we got all the restrictions. So 280 wants us at Duran. That's fine. 200 at 650. 652, 200, whoops. 617 should be 16,000. And 230 knots. And then 16,000 for 623. Good. Cesta for 12,000 and max 200 knots. Eston 190 and 10,000 or above 190. And then for the ILS, you want to come in at Eston 10,000 and 9,000 to catch the ILS, the glide slope pretty much. Yeah, center fix 9,000. That would be MX 403 9,000. Good, so that's on center fix. They call it intermediate fix on the chart, but I think outside of the US it shows you as like center fix, final fix, FF, etc. For whoever has flown into Europe before, flown in Europe, you'll know what I'm talking about. Pretty much going to make this turn and start a descent soon. Alright, there's our top of descent. Alright, I'm pretty much gonna start my descent in like 2 miles. Alright, let's go. So seatbelt signs are on, and we can see that in the cabin as well. Seatbelt signs on, good. Let's push for managed descent. So descent, alt 250, flight level 250 blue. So India Mike Echo X-ray 109.7 front course 235. India Mike Echo X-ray 109.7 235 final approach course. Radnav is checked. And here comes the profile. Down we go. Let's see how the Fenix does in terms of the managed descent profile. Looking good. And what was our transition level? Transition level, flight level 19 or 5. So this is actually one of the few places that I've seen list the transition level on the chart. Usually it's by ATC when it's different than the transition altitude. But nevertheless, 19 or 5 is the transition altitude or transition level. 19 or 5. So we're gonna fix this. There we go, 19 or 5. So that'll remind us when the time comes. Good. Now in terms of our arrival, we're gonna be doing 2-3 left, and then we'll take it to Terminal 1. We need to go to Terminal 1. So we'll cross 2-3 right and go to Terminal 1. I don't feel like changing it now to 2-3 right. Looks like it needs some speed brakes. More drag, probably. Let's give it drag. Interesting, it was still dive bombing. Interesting. See, I purposely didn't want to do vertical speed because I want to see how it does, but I don't like that dive bomb. So 200 is the next altitude. It's good now. Speed brakes stowed. Alright. So we are about, what are we? Like 50 to the north west of the field. Mexico City traffic. VOLARIS 305 is on the Darren 2 Bravo RNAV arrival for runway 23 left, currently about 50 miles to the northwest of the field. We'll plan ILS 23 left Zulu. Mexico City. Mexico City, not Mexico. Again, not sure what the CTAF frequency is, so that's fine. Hopefully we'll find out soon. Definitely would find out. Ooh, we got Mexico Center online. MMEX Center. Am I seeing that correctly? 126.6. Look at that, we got ATC. Hopefully I'll understand what the heck they're saying. Alright, let's bring this out. Let's see, what's the center called? Mexico Center, hello, VOLARIS 305, flight level 225, descending, flight level 200.
VOLARIS 305, reset transponder, squawk 4216.
4216, VOLARIS 305. Perfect, we actually got ATC for this arrival. Couldn't be happier, guys. Let's get it.
Volaris 987, contacto radar, buenas noches, descienda vía Lomba 1 Delta y LS pista 29.
Definitely not for me.
Centro México, buenas tardes, de Volaris 179, 340 nivel. Volaris 179, contacto radar, mantenga 340. 340, Volaris 179.
Centro México, Aeroméxico 643, nivel de vuelo 16,000 pies.
$230 at 8. So winds are shifting towards the runway center line. That's beautiful. So that's as of 0049 Zulu. So 749. 230 at 8. 23 3016. Alright, we're gonna... We want to be at 200 for Mike X-Ray 652. So we're gonna keep it there.
Kilo 2 Bravo departure. United 3894, clear to Chicago Heart, incline to Alpha departure, climb level 390 and the squawk it's going to be 4214. 4214.
Roger, cleared via previously cleared departure 4214 and 390 United 3894.
United 3894, read back correct. Continue text runway 23 right via Bravo.
United 3894.
Centro México, Aeroméxico 643, nivel de vuelo 16,000 pies.
Altitud. Aeroméxico 643, contacto radar, prosiga Cesta, descienda vía Darandos Bravo a 10,000 pies.
Descender vía Darandos Bravo 10,000 pies, Aeroméxico 643, directo Cesta.
Volaris 305, contacto radar, continúa el descenso vía Darandos Bravo a unos 6,000 pies. Sorry, Volaris 305, continue descending via the Daran 2 Bravo rail to 16,000.
Continue descending by the Duran 2 Bravo to 16,000, Volaris 305.
Buenas noches, Centro México, Aeroméxico 285. Aeroméxico 285, código transponder 4236. 236, Aeroméxico 285.
Alright, we got continued descend via the arrival. I'm so happy Mexico Center jumped online. More drag. Let's go more drag. It's just trying to catch up to profile. And the altimeter is 3016.
Volaris 987, recibido directo uprim, crúcelo a 10,000 pies. Autorizado y LS Zulu, pista 29. Recto, descienda a 10,000 pies.
Alright, still the speed brakes. We caught the profile.
United 3894, ready for departure 23 right. We don't require full length.
United 3894, runway 23 right, intersection Bravo. The wind is 2308. Clear for takeoff. Whenever, contact this frequency.
Airborne over to this frequency. Clear takeoff 23 right, intersection Bravo, United 3894.
Aeroméxico 285, contacto radar 50 millas al sureste de Zacatecas, mantenga nivel de vuelo 360.
Alright, so you want to be at 16,000 all the way. All the way through here. But you want to be at 230 knots, so we are slowing down. And I'm going to actually go ahead and take care of the speed myself now. Just slow it down to 230. Looking good. And it's March actually, so I can gift memberships. I get 10 memberships to give away.
VOLARIS 305, proceed direct to Cesta. Descend via the arrival to 10,000.
Direct Cesta down to 10,000 for VOLARIS 305.
Yeah, 10,000 on the arrival.
Roger, 10,000 on the arrival, VOLARIS 305. And confirm you wanted us direct to Cesta now for VOLARIS 305?
That is affirmative.
I direct Cesta, VOLARIS 305.
Yeah, 3894, 8600 for flight level 390.
3894, radar contact.
So we got a little shortcut.
Restrict to flight level 390.
Alright, so every month I get to give away 10 free memberships, and that what that does is obviously give out memberships, which is great, but also unlock some emojis for me to make new emojis. So I'm going to give 5 out now. And why not? Let's do it. Membership gifting, gift 5 to viewers. Let's see if this works. This is literally the first time. There we go. Beauty. Hopefully that'll unlock some emojis for me to make. We'll see if it goes through. There we go.
Ron Lee became a Simple Takeoffs member. Theta 204 became a Simple Takeoffs member.
Perfect. Oh, I remember Kieran Anderson. He used to come in my streams back in the day.
Became a Simple Takeoffs member. Theta 204 became a Simple Takeoffs member.
Yay, I get to make new emojis now. Welcome, guys.
Ron Lee became a Simple Takeoffs member. King Bob's Kingdom became a Simple Takeoffs member. That Southwest pilot became a Simple Takeoffs member.
Alright, let's go speed brakes.
Karen Anderson became a Simple Takeoffs member.
Aero México 643, autorizado ILS Zulu, pista 23.
I want to go flaps 1.
Karen Anderson
Autorizado
became
el
a Simple
IS
Takeoffs
Zulu
member.
23 izquierda, Aeroméxico 643.
That Southwest pilot became a Simple Takeoffs member.
Let's go here.
United 3894, fly direct to Eglin.
Hey, Eglin, United 3894.
Okay, I'm going to maintain 2000 and then 10,000 for Eston because he said on the arrival. So he wants me direct Cesta 10,000 on the arrival. So still 12,000 for Cesta. And let's slow it down now. Welcome to Kieran Anderson, Southwest pilot, Ron Lee, King Bombs Kingdom, and DA204. This is literally the first time I've used my gifting abilities. Hopefully we can do a members only live stream someday when we get a little bit more members. So 200 knots. I'm gonna stow the speed brakes now. So that's on the arrival. Direct Cesta, and then Eston 190 and 10,000. So we're keeping 12,000 because we're still on the arrival. And I'm gonna go terrain on nav. and cabin altitude is 7,300. We're already depressurized because we're at such a high density altitude. Passing Cesta, we're going to go down to 10,000, and then hopefully we'll be cleared for the approach. I'm gonna go down to 10,000 now. 190 knots. It's crazy how we're already almost at field elevation. We're 4,000 above ground level, but we're at 12,000 feet. That's crazy. Okay, 190 knots. Looking good.
Volaris 987, pista 29, viento 280 con 7, autorizado a aterrizar.
Hello, Daniel.
643, pista 23 izquierda, viento 230 con 8, autorizado a aterrizar.
Autorizado a aterrizar, Aeroméxico 643.
Volaris 305, clear for the ILS Zulu, runway 29er.
Confirm it was ILS Zulu for runway 23 left, Volaris 305?
Volaris 305, clear for the ILS Zulu, runway 23 left.
Clear for the ILS Zulu 23 left, Volaris 305, thanks.
Good evening, Max Defense. This is Robert 256, flight level 246.
Say calls again.
Copa 256.
Copa 250, reset transponder squawk 3274.
Welcome, Pilot Daniel, and Scott says butter check. We'll see.
Copa 250, radar contact 50 miles northwest of the Zacatecas VOR. Maintain flight level 340.
Maintain flight level 340.
Okay, approach mode is already active. We're about 10 miles out. Cabin crew, please be seated for landing. I'm gonna grab the ILS at 10,000 and take it all the way down. We're expecting VAP of 137 today. Here comes the glide. Give me, actually, gear down. Give me flaps 2, speed check, flaps 2. Give me 170. A little bit hazy. I'm gonna take gear down in about a couple miles. 2,500 checked. And missed approach altitude is climb to track, on track 235 to MX force 15 and proceed on the missed approach course to Vixa and hold. So missed approach altitude 10,000. Alright. 10,000 set. Give me gear down so we can slow down.
Aeroméxico 643, red de vía Eco Alfa 4.
Alright, field in sight.
Roger Eco Alfa 4, Aeroméxico 643.
Flaps 3.
Volaris 305, wind 2308, runway 23 left, clear to land.
23 left, clear to land. Volaris 305, thanks. Flaps full.
Copa 250, radar service terminated. Massive line of flying monitor, Unicorn 122.8.
Alright, the Unicorn Kia for Copa 256.
Alright, let's get this. Display, we'll go, let's see, takeoff landing cam. Alright guys, let's get this. We got 15 knots from the left. Oh boy. Let's see if it dies down any amount. That auto thrust is kicking. We got 10 from the left.
Volaris 89, Volaris 987, rueda en pista 02. Luego Alfa y Bravo, plataforma. Buen día.
Alright, my aircraft. Are we high according to the PAPIs? Seem a little bit high. Landing.
Light slow.
40, 30, 20, retard. 10, 5.
Firm, whatever. We put it down. I think it was still in the touchdown zone. Spoilers, reverse green, these up. And we're gonna go vacate on the right. Welcome to Mexico City. Sheesh. That was a bit hectic. That was a big hectic. Because I didn't want to float it out to go past the touchdown zone, so 1.25 on the G's. Could have been smoother, but considering how gusty that was, and my first time ever in Mexico City, I'll take that. Glide floor was way off. Yeah, I just felt unstable. Oh, Scott, that was not a smash. Come on. That was not a smash. 1.25 G's. Okay, I'm gonna go right. Yeah, something was off about the glide slope, Gary. So
Volaris 305, exit right when able, cross runway 23 right and taxi via Bravo to the gate.
Okay, right when able, cross 23 right and taxi via Bravo to the gate for Volaris 305, thanks. Alright, let's, so yeah, that was a direct crosswind from the left and then it switched over to a headwind on short final. That was pretty spicy. But the winds around here are no joke. And here come the suicide trucks. Whoops. We'll just look here. Y'all didn't say anything. La 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 la. Oh boy. La 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 la. It looked fun and nerve-wracking at the same time, Scott. I'll just take any gates here. Why is my sim doing this? I wonder why it's flickering like this. What is that about? Let's see. Let's go to the left here.
Aeroméxico 285, servicio radar terminado, Mazatlán no está en línea, monitoreo único 228.
Go to gate 25.
Volaris 179, servicio radar terminado. Mazatlán no está en línea, monitoreo único 228, buen día.
This is the FlyMex MMMX scenery.
United 3894, Mexico Center is now closing, not feeling well. And monitor Unico 122.0, you have a good night.
Oh, he's not feeling well, that's not good. Just waiting for the APU. It is hazy. So hazy. And block time can come off. Hour and 45 on the block time, hour 35 on the flight time. Yeah, I was legit nervous for that landing, guys. It almost looked like I have to go around for a second. It was like shaky and turbulent. That's what you get for flying into 7,000 foot elevation runway. Let's go start. Come on, avail. Give me avail so I can go APU bleed. There we go. APU bleed is on, and we're gonna go engine 2, engine 1. Let's go fuel pumps off as well. Welcome down to Mexico City. I'll turn this off. And commence deboarding, deboard. We'll see if that works. No. Alright, let's go beacon lights, seatbelt signs, and welcome down to Mexico. Let's have a quick look around the scenery. So welcome to the 5 new members. Feel free to give any input if I ask you any question in the Simple Captain Members Discord channel. I ask for input sometimes from the captains. Let me know what yours is. Feel free to give some input. But aside from that, I'm looking forward to making a couple new emojis. Hopefully that's been unlocked. Well, let me go over here. Welcome to Mexico City, guys. We got lots of haze around. I wonder if that active volcano thing is modeled in the sim. Probably not. Probably not. Where is the ATC tower here? But yeah, that made it a little bit more fun coming down with ATC on. Shout out to that ATC. And never mind that. Let's see, where's the traffic control tower? Is that the tower? It looks like an integrated tower. Mexican flying is spicy. We should do it more often as well. Pretty cool. Let's do a snip shot here. Snip. Okay, arrival. There we go. Okay, what do you want? What do you want, GSX? I thought you were fully integrated. You keep bugging me. Here, take it. Take it all, man. Take it all. Stop bothering me. Yeah, where is the ATC tower? Is it on the other side? It is so hazy I can barely even see. Is that it? Maybe that's the ATC tower. Don't think it's modeled, to be honest with you guys. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, it's not modeled. But nevertheless, it's a decent scenery if you can get it on sale. FlyMex, Mexico City scenery. Alright, let's do a screenshot here. Okay, reset. Let's go replay time. Oh yeah, VATSIM. And smash the like button if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it, guys. Please don't forget to smash that like button. Let me show you guys the landing stuff first. So let's see, display. All right, so honestly, anything between 1 to 1.3 Gs online I read is you want to get it between 1 to 1.3, so I'm still within there. Ideally, I want it 1.1 or less, but 278 on that. Let's see, 415. That makes no sense, but 0.98 Gs? How is it 415 by 0.98 Gs? I don't know about that. See, the reason why I didn't want to flare anymore is because I was floating and I wanted to get it in the touchdown zone, which we did. So let's go panel states, ready, activate. Let's close all this stuff and get the replay going. All right, let's get the flaps back in the full position. Whoops, I'll do it like this. All right, let's go replay. So yeah, you can see it was like a direct crosswind, and it just like shifted into a headwind at the end there. That was spicy though. That was spicy. See us come in. This is where it started to, the wind shifted from crosswind just to direct headwind. Excuse me. Pilot dreams. Oh, that wasn't bad. There wasn't even any bounce. I'll take that, guys. I will take that any day of the week. For having never flown here either, and the winds were crazy. We got screenshot. Boom. That landing looked more than decent. I will take that. Let's see. Flare, a little bit floaty. Oh yeah, we'll take that, guys. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. That wasn't bad. How about the buttery smooth frames though? That's a different story. All right. Look at that. Looks gorgeous. But thanks so much for joining me, guys. I am out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Monday evening and the rest of the replay. Shout out to all you guys. Scott, Raf, Gary, Owls. Ron Lee was a new member, by the way. DA204, King Bob's Kingdom, Southwest Pilot, and Kieran Anderson. And Oluwa Daniel Koi. Thank you, guys. And I'll see you next time. Probably Wednesday. Wednesday's going to be our next stream. All right? So, I'm out, guys. Take care.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony until one day a young man catches fire. This is Fenix.
Fire burn, a thirst and desire. you.